Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's have a look at Asaruto's Guild Battle tier list ranking. I was wondering when I was going to be able to make this video because we weren't sure about the EX Job Awakening for Duane, but Global has that now. So I'll show you this list, which Asaruto made about 2 weeks after the release of Duane and JP. And then the characters more towards the top are the ones that he sees more often, that he sees more people using. And then also who looks really strong, who performs strong. As time goes by, the JP and Global versions are diverging, and so like this list is going to be sort of less relevant to what Global players are thinking about or what they're facing. But if you wanted a snapshot of where the JP meta used to be, and then maybe pick up some ideas for team building and stuff, maybe this could be helpful. Take from it what you will. But in the very top, in the meta-defining space, we have Duane, Megamont, and Helena. And then especially Duane and Helena together are very powerful. They fit each other very well roles-wise, but also being the same element, they can buff each other with the mastery abilities, and then use like similar vision cards and all that. According to Asaruto, he saw a lot of Helenas with the Spellblade subjob. Some used Calculator, but most used Spellblade. It's interesting, because when I use her, I like to use just the Black Witch subjob on her. And then Mont, I think a lot of JP players at this point, they were focusing on his Limit Break to cause Berserk, because you can really take characters out of a fight if you can pull that off. And then, if you have a team of Duane, Mont, and Helena, there's very few other teams that can really take them on, which is why they're up there by themselves. But we got SSS tier. We have a Valentine Salia up there, and then with her release, she kind of raised both Gilgamesh and Auron. Ice parties became very strong around this time. I did not have a lot of trouble with them when I did my last run in Arena, but then I had a very strong fire team. But that's still not quite a thing in Global, so yeah, ice teams could be pretty strong in Global, perhaps. Going from the left, we got 2B, still very, very powerful. Basically everybody below her on this list can be beaten by 2B, but 2B has difficulty with the 3 characters there at the top. And then Winter Victora still hasn't gotten EX jobs in Global. It's not going to be very long before we can say they will get their EX jobs soon anymore. We'll see what happens this month, next month maybe. Okay, and then we got Garble, who is up there basically just to pair him with Helena and Duane. That's a very strong combo. And then Asaruto even went so far as to say that the Garble, Duane, Helena team is the only one that can consistently beat the Duane, Mont, Helena team. Because like if you concentrate the attacks on Mont, you can take him down after 3 attacks. But then you put Garble and Helena together, they become a very magic-focused team. And so if you go against a team with a lot of maybe magic resistance or spirit, then they would have some trouble. And I use that combo myself too. I used Helena and Garble, and then I would just, change in just a bunch of different tanks based on who I was facing. Once again, I want to iterate that tanks are some of the most versatile characters as far as team building. You can slot them in regardless of element. It's more based on enabling your attackers to go against certain teams. Alright, next we have the SS tier. Christmas Veneta, not too much to say there, she's not out yet in Global. And then we see some dark characters, Stern, Super Stern, and Whisper. This is post-EX jobs for Whisper. But those 3 you could also pair with Duane and Helena and get good results. Duane has great synergy with the 3 slash attackers there, so you could use any of them. I don't know about using them all together, but yeah, you could certainly pick one of them. And then Asaruto is also saying that Whisper, she was a good choice to go against Duane and Helena, because you can build her slash and magic resistance at the same time, fairly easily. I'm looking forward to when she gets EX jobs in Global. It'll be interesting to see how people use her. Alright, next we got Warrior of Light, and what Asaruto saw a lot at this time was using Megamont and then Warrior of Light together. Kind of a tank-heavy team. But yeah, very hard to take down. You combine Mon's Limit Break in there for the Berserk. You got Hate, you know, jumping back and forth between the two of them. Very difficult to take down, apparently. Alright, then we got Yuna. Yuna drops down because she's really not good against those top-tier dark characters. But still, against everybody below her, she's very strong. And then Federica and Christmas Mashiri, still very strong. 9S, very strong. And then Tita hanging out at SS. Soon, he will get a... there will be like a new type of vision card, which is MR, but you can farm it in order to get it max. And then there will be a Kraken vision card coming out soon, which will be very nice on Tita. It'll give him a lot of evade, so that will make his evade build even more viable there. And then we got everybody down here. Not too much to say there. Oh, I did leave off Halloween Dairyu. He enters the A tier. I left him off because that would have made the A tier twice as thick, and it didn't look good to me, so I took him off. But I do want to point out Kamiro there on the end. He is strong against Helena, but he's very weak against Duane and then other top-tier dark attackers. He can be one-punched by them. He does have his niche, but apparently nobody was using him at this time in JP, so that's too bad. And then we look at all of the characters that have gotten EX jobs in Global, but not in JP at this time. So like Vinera, Rain, Kiton... There might be others, but yeah, this is how JP was looking at this time. And it's interesting to think, like, how the early EX jobs affects things in Global. Like, it will of course raise some characters, but it may drop other characters as well. Okay, that was a look at Asaruto's tier list for this month. He actually does not do another one until after Final Fantasy VII is released, so it'll be a while before the next installment in this series. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.